ברוך אתה אדוני אלוהינו מלך העולם שהכל נהיה בדברו. A few years ago, I paid attention to the reading of the prophets in the synagogue on the second day of Passover, of Pesach. The reading was from the book of Kings, Kings 2, and it spoke about a king, Yoshiyahu, who was presented with a copy of the Torah that the high priest by the name of Hilkiyahu had found. And the king read it, and he was amazed at its contents. And he called the people together and read the Torah before them. And he realized then that there was idolatry in the Beit HaMikdash, in the house of God in Jerusalem. He threw out all the idols. There were even religious prostitutes there and priests of other cults. Everything was eliminated. And he offered the Paschal lamb, Korban Pesach. For the first time, the book of Kings says, since the time of the Shoftim, those are the judges that came after Joshua. In other words, for many years, the sacrifices weren't held the way they should have been. The Torah wasn't read. What happened? And the Beit HaMikdash was full of idolatry. Well, it seems that in the very beginning, the first man, Adam, he spoke to God. He knew there was only one God. But then, unfortunately, things started deteriorating to such an extent that, according to our tradition, after 10 generations, God decided to destroy humanity. And a deluge came upon the earth and everything drowned, except for Noah and his immediate family and the animals he had taken into the ark. Then again, after Noah, who recognized one God, obviously, things began deteriorating again until the time of Abraham. Another 10 generations passed. In other words, we go from monotheism to idolatry, to monotheism, idolatry again. Why is that so? Well, first of all, I want to tell you that the idea of monotheism still exists to this very day because Abraham, unlike Adam and Noah, was able to transmit to future generations his discovery that there's only one God, that you can talk to him, that he responds. Well, it seems that it is very easy to fall into the trap of idolatry because many a time you have to face phenomena in nature that you can't explain. Why are there earthquakes? Suddenly there is rain and there is no rain. So man came to the idea, listen, there must be a force that determines when there is rain. There is something like a God of rain. I remember once my teacher, Rav Soloveitchik, saying, don't think that primitive man thought that a piece of wood, an idol made out of stone, that is a God. That was a representation of God. It was a representation of a force that he couldn't understand. And since he couldn't understand, it was superior to him, he attributed many of the human qualities, except that they are very much more so. I am strong, the idol is much stronger than I am. I am jealous, the idol is much more jealous than I am. I respond to somebody who gives me something, so they thought they can bribe the idol and give him something, and the idol would then not show his ire, his anger toward humanity. Well, and this is what happened throughout the ages, except that Abraham was able to teach his children, not all of them. So was Isaac, and only Jacob, the third patriarch, that was able to show all of his children the way to God. Now I ask you, do we have idolatry today? Do we believe in idols? I don't think so. Even though there are some churches that have some figures in them, but I don't think that they mean that these are a competition to the Almighty. I don't think so. You know, Christianity believes of three gods and one. Well, that's a problem, a theological problem. But basically, I think they're monotheists. They believe there's only one God in this universe. Do we all believe in that today? I think many of us have turned to, instead of thinking about God, we think about man. We have put man on a pedestal. We do exercises. We watch what we eat because everything is for man himself. He is really the most important being in this world. Is this what should really be? Is this what a religious person believes? For the religious person, there has to be a different reason. Why am I in this world? Am I in this world to do exercises, to watch what I eat? Of course, you have to do that in order to maintain yourself in good condition. But there must be a different purpose. There must be a reason for being in this world, an imperfect world that God created. But he wants us to be the co-creators with him. He wants us to add our own efforts in order to make this a better place to live in. We'll never attain perfection, but I think that our mission is each day to see how can I contribute in order to make this a better world, not only for ourselves, for everybody else who lives in this world, and thereby bring the glory of God closer to each and every one of us.